You could be a lifesaver, we'll show you how. And meet Reid Park Zoo's spunky new addition. These stories and more coming up next on Tucson City News in Review. Hi, I'm Lane Mandel, and welcome to Tucson City News in Review. We're here at the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show, sifting through all the treasures. And this year, the Luis G. Gutierrez Bridge, at the heart of the Gem Show, is open to pedestrians, bicycles, and cars too. The bridge will also carry Sunlink, Tucson's new streetcar. When it comes to development along the streetcar route, what would you like to see? It's a simple question, and a recent public process gave community stakeholders an entire week to think about the answer.
As work progresses to build Tucson's modern streetcar, urban planners are studying property along the corridor to develop guiding principles for potential development. Kicking off the process was a week-long charrette designed to gather public input.
Well, charrette is basically a design and planning workshop aimed at jump-starting a process. In other words, no one expects the result of a charrette to be a final product, but it's a way to get people together, get them excited, get them interested.
Corky Poster is coordinating the study, which is examining parcels located within a quarter mile of the streetcar corridor. It's a caterpillar shape that stretches from the city's west side through the center and historic portions of downtown and out to the University of Arizona Medical Center.
So keep the historic character of those, but just make it brighter, cleaner, more landscape. Okay.
Attending the charrette were business owners, developers, investors, and neighborhood residents. Participants were tasked to answer a simple question: what do you want to see?
I'd like to see some of the non-residential, the warehouses on Toole, maybe be zoning changed so that it could be commercial and residential, like a C3 or something. I'd like to see lots of shade.
I think, it would be great to have the businesses have the option of removing car parking and putting in like bike corrals instead, as an option, because you can fit, 6 or 8 bikes in a car spot. So that's 8 customers instead of 1.
Overall, Poster says the tone of the charrette was positive.
Everyone's saying, we're on board, we think you're doing the right thing, but by the way, you better do it right. That's what we're hearing.
In the months ahead, a variety of topics will be considered during the streetcar land use study, which was initiated by the City of Tucson, the RTA, and the Pima Association of Governments, and implemented by Poster Frost Myrto and the Planning Center.
The streetcar is bound to attract new businesses. If you've ever thought about opening up your own business, here's a look at a recent expo with info about loans to help get you started.
We want to have individuals like yourselves that have a dream of starting your own business, or you have a dream of expanding your business.
Providing the information and resources to achieve those dreams was the goal of the Conexiones International Business Expo.
The message I would say is that that there's opportunities out there, for anybody, whether an individual or a small business.
Workshops were provided in both Spanish and English, giving business owners an opportunity to network with entrepreneurs and leaders in the field.
And then what these are, this is
To learn more about starting a business or how to apply for a loan, log on to prestamosloanfund.org.
Can you be a lifesaver? You can if you learn this simple technique. Mayor Rothschild learned how to do it, and you can too.
At a press conference held in her honor, Erica Yee was all smiles because thanks to her, Chris Miller is alive and well.
Why me? Because I have never been thought of to be unhealthy or anything, but I was just so grateful that this happened.
Tucson Mayor Jonathan Rothschild tells the story.
On October 15, 2012, Erica Yee, who is right here, a junior at University High School, was at school eating dinner after band practice when one of her bandmates, Chris Miller, who is right here, suddenly collapsed. Erica responded to the calls for help, took charge, and administered continuous chest compression CPR until paramedics arrived to transport Chris to the hospital.
Continuous chest compression is a simple CPR technique. Erica learned how to do it at Camp Fury, a camp run by the Girl Scouts and the Tucson and Northwest Fire Departments.
Thanks to your quick thinking and action, your bandmate Chris is alive today and has made a wonderful recovery. On behalf of the people of Tucson, I'm pleased to bestow upon you the title of Outstanding Citizen of Tucson. And we've given this 14th day of January 2013.
The mayor's goal is for everyone in the community to be trained in continuous chest compression CPR. Here's the link to more information.
Erica Yee put her CPR training to good use. And now the Tucson Fire Department has even more to teach us about some basic tools for survival in the event of an energy emergency.
Large-scale disasters, whether man-made, natural, accidental, or acts of terrorism, can and do happen. And they can threaten the availability of electricity, natural gas, and gasoline. During an energy emergency lasting 72 or more hours, would you be prepared? Hi, I'm Tucson Fire Captain Barrett Baker. Let's face it, we take energy for granted. We depend on energy to pump our water and power our homes and automobiles. But an energy emergency can make it difficult or even impossible to purchase food or gas, get cash, or use a cell phone. While Tucson has never experienced a large-scale energy emergency, the potential exists. Thanks to a grant from the U.S. Department of Energy, the City of Tucson has prepared a local energy assurance plan that evaluates the city's internal ability to withstand a long-term energy disruption and provide basic emergency services to its citizens. But what about you? During an emergency, rescue workers or aid may encounter significant delays. Until then, what would you and your family need to survive? Here's a checklist. These are some basic items to include in a 72-hour supply kit that public safety officials are urging citizens to assemble in order to be prepared. And a store like this is a great place to start. So I've got my shopping cart, so let's get started. Blankets to keep warm. A tube tent to protect yourself from the elements. A backpack to help you move things around. Food, strobe lights, gloves, first aid kit, shovel, whistle for sound, ponchos for protection. And don't forget drinking water for each member of your family and pets. FEMA recommends 1 gallon of water per day per family member for 72 hours. That about does it. This is my 72-hour kit. But remember, every member of the family needs to have their own kit, customized to their individual needs. For example, a child's kit might contain items like diapers, baby wipes, baby food, and some toys. You should also have a kit for your car. Start getting in the habit of filling up your tank at a half instead of letting it get close to empty. For the City of Tucson Fire Department, I'm Barrett Baker, asking you to partner with us and be prepared. To get started, visit BePreparedTucson.com for locations where you can pick up or download your free, easy-to-use 72-hour checklist.
Somehow I have the urge to go shopping. And while I'm out, I'm going to check out the 4 C's, color, cut, clarity, and carat. And for that, the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show is a marketplace like no other.
I was looking at that second one. I want to see the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
There isn't anything in the mineral world that isn't here somewhere. There's wonderful things here from other places that you really wouldn't see anywhere else. My name is Bob Jones, and I was on the Tucson Gem and Mineral Society show committee for about 40 years. I wrote the 50-year history of the show, and now I'm just here enjoying myself. First of all, of course, the money that it brings in is very important. There's millions of dollars collected in sales taxes during the show. But one of the things that we haven't really picked up on yet is the number of dealers and collectors who have purchased property here and live here part of the year now because they want to be sure to be here for this event. But this show really does bring in the finest minerals and the best people in the business, not only dealers and writers, but professors, university people, museum people. There isn't a question about minerals you can't get answered here if you can find the right person, because they are here.
It's great to see so many new faces in town, shopping, eating, and fueling our economy. Speaking of fresh faces, check out this new gem at Reid Park Zoo.
If we're patient, we might get a little peek. Don't blink. There she is. First-time mom, Zoe, gave birth to baby giant anteater, Zola, on September 27th. Ironically, she was born while her keeper was at a zoo conference.
Giving a paper presentation on giant anteater introductions and why it's so important for introductions to go well for reproductive success. There's approximately 100 giant anteaters in captivity in North America at AZA accredited zoos.
And Reid Park Zoo manages the stud book for giant anteaters, which means they make breeding recommendations to promote a healthy and sustainable population. Baby Zola is a product of one of these breeding recommendations.
Good job!
While mom is busy eating, it's a great time to get a routine weight on baby.
7.27.
And while they still can, keepers examine Zola to make sure she's healthy.
Good job. Good job. She says I'm getting so heavy now that it's a little hard to get up.
Months later, Zola is out on exhibit regularly. Anteaters will carry their young on their backs for up to 6 months.
Their stripes blend right in with one another, and it helps them to make them look like a very big anteater.
And speaking of big anteaters, Zola is starting to become one. Lucky for us, her keeper has captured her milestones.
Oh, I don't even know how many videos and pictures I have taken. Probably in the thousands.
Zola now walks onto the scale by herself.
Her last weight was about 30 pounds. She seems to be gaining about 2.5 pounds a week. One of her favorite things to do right now is to dig. So she's been digging in the dirt a lot and just kind of checking things out and learning about everything in her world.
And just like any youngster, there's always time to play.
And that play behavior is something that's really important because it helps them to build their muscles and it helps that motor skills development take place.
Zola is spending more and more time walking around and investigating her new home. But she knows mom is close by if she needs her.
It feels like it's been something that we've worked towards for several years, and so to see it come to this and to see Zoe being such a phenomenal mom and doing such a great job has really been a special experience.
What a cutie! That wraps it up for this edition. There's lots to do in Tucson this month, so get out there and enjoy. We're going to leave you with a front row seat to the Tucson Rodeo. For Tucson 12, I'm Lane Mandel, and I'll see you next time on Tucson City News in Review.
My name is Jolie Lauderette, and I'm from Kingman, Arizona. I'm a barrel racer. I also team rope a little bit, but here at the PRCA and WPRA rodeos, I just run barrels. I think in barrel racing at this level particularly, it's about 85–90% horse. You got to have that horsepower under you, no matter how accomplished you are as a rider. You got to have that speed and that ability under you and that willingness to go do their job. Sucking the paint off one, that means you made a good turn, you turned it so tight and so hard, you sucked the paint off of it. They'll say you tipped, that means you knocked the barrel over. You don't want to knock over those cans. That's a 5-second penalty for each one, and 5 seconds in barrel racing is an eternity. So it pretty much eliminates your shot of winning anything. And we're here, we want to compete, we want to win. And that absolutely is the goal. I mean, you're not going to show up if you don't want to win. But if you don't, it's not the end of the world because, my goodness, we get to be in Tucson on a beautiful day like this and run barrels. And how much fun is that? Try to keep going forward. As long as you're doing that, you'll be all right.